Welcome to Inspiring Tales. Today we invite you to listen to a profoundly beautiful ancient story about embracing our unique flaws and finding true inner peace. Learning English through meaningful stories is a powerful journey for your mind. Relax, listen closely to the vocabulary, and let this gentle wisdom deeply inspire you. Many years ago, in a quiet and peaceful ancient village, there lived a hard-working, elderly water-bearer. He lived a very simple and deeply humble life. Every single morning, as the golden sun began to rise, the old man walked a long, dusty path to the distant river to fetch fresh water. To carry the water, he used a thick wooden pole balanced carefully across his strong shoulders. Attached to each end of the pole was a clay pot. However, these two large clay pots were not exactly the same. One of the pots was completely perfect. It was beautifully shaped, flawless, and highly reliable. The second pot, however, had a very noticeable deep crack in its side. It was rough, old, and looked as if it had been heavily damaged. When the old man reached the beautiful riverbank, he would kneel down and carefully dunk the perfect clay pot into the cool, clear, and sparkling water. Then he would fill the cracked pot entirely to the brim. He treated both pots with the exact same level of gentle care and deep respect. The old man would then stand up smoothly, balance the heavy pole on his tired shoulders, and begin the very long, steep walk up the mountain. The perfect pot was always incredibly proud of its flawless accomplishments. It held every single drop of water securely, feeling superior, strong, and highly successful. It constantly boasted about its great ability to deliver a full portion of water. It truly believed it was the absolute best pot in the world. But the poor cracked pot faced a terrible reality. Because of the deep crack in its side, it constantly leaked water during the entire long journey. The cracked pot was deeply ashamed of its imperfection. It felt absolutely miserable, believing it was a massive failure and a terrible burden to the man. By the time the old water-bearer finally reached his wealthy master's grand house, the difficult journey was over, and the water was ready for delivery. The master always received a full, perfect portion of precious fresh water from the flawless pot. The perfect pot smiled, feeling completely superior and victorious. However, because of the constant leaking, the cracked pot was always only half full. It had lost much of its precious water into the dry dirt. For 2 full years, this exact same routine happened every single day. The seasons changed, the snow fell, and the hot summer sun returned again. Day after day, the cracked pot watched its water slowly leak away. The heavy weight of its own perceived failure grew larger and larger over time. The perfect pot's arrogance also grew. It looked down on the cracked pot, offering no sympathy or kindness, only harsh judgment for its broken, flawed condition. The cracked pot felt worse than ever. It believed its existence was a complete mistake. It simply wanted to be perfect, just like the other pot. Finally, one beautiful morning while they were resting quietly by the calm riverbank, the cracked pot could no longer hold its heavy sadness inside its heart. It gathered all of its courage and finally spoke to the gentle, elderly water-bearer. Its voice was trembling with deep sorrow, guilt, and absolute shame. "I am so deeply sorry," the cracked pot whispered sadly. "I want to sincerely apologize to you for my terrible failure and my completely useless condition. For 2 whole years, I have only delivered half my load. This horrible crack in my side constantly leaks water all the way back home." The old water-bearer looked at the sad pot. He did not look angry. Instead, a warm, highly compassionate smile touched his kind, deeply wrinkled face. He reached out and gently patted the rough, broken clay surface of the sad pot. "Why are you apologizing?" he asked gently. "You are not useless." The old man stood up and balanced the wooden pole on his shoulders. "As we return to the master's house today, I want you to look. I want you to carefully notice the edge of the dusty path as we walk," he instructed. "Pay very close attention to what you see there." As they walked up the steep hill, the cracked pot looked at the perfect pot's side of the path. The dirt was entirely barren, dry, and empty. There was absolutely no life there. It was just brown dust and gray rocks. The perfect pot's side of the road was completely, entirely lifeless. Then, the cracked pot looked down at its own side of the path. Suddenly, it gasped in absolute amazement at the incredibly breathtaking, beautiful sight below. A magnificent, continuous row of brightly colored wildflowers was blooming gorgeously along the very edge of the dusty path, full of vibrant, incredible life. The beautiful flowers were glowing in the bright morning sunlight. Delicate butterflies fluttered happily among the soft red, deep blue, and warm yellow petals. The cracked pot watched in complete shock as its leaking water dripped perfectly onto the thirsty roots of the beautiful blooming flowers, keeping them fully alive. "Did you notice the flowers?" the wise old man asked gently. "I have always known about your unique flaw. I knew about your deep, broken crack. So, 2 years ago, I secretly planted tiny flower seeds exclusively on your side of the dirt path, and you have been watering them every day. Without even knowing it, your leaking water provided life-saving nourishment to those beautiful seeds. Your supposed terrible failure was actually creating magnificent, breathtaking life." The perfect pot was completely silenced. It realized that its flawless perfection had created absolutely nothing, while the cracked pot had created a path of beauty. The old man stopped walking. He reached down into the vibrant flowers and carefully plucked a few of the most beautiful, fragrant blossoms from the dirt. "For 2 years I have been able to pick these gorgeous flowers to decorate my master's dinner table," the old man said with immense, deep pride. When they arrived at the grand house, the wealthy master was sitting at his heavy wooden table, looking incredibly stressed, tired, and deeply overwhelmed by life. The old water-bearer quietly entered the room. He gently placed the stunning, colorful arrangement of fresh wildflowers into a vase on the large table. The master looked at the beautiful flowers. Instantly, his stressed face softened. A warm, genuine smile of pure joy and absolute peace spread across his face. "Without you being exactly the way you are," the old man whispered to the cracked pot, "this wonderful, peaceful beauty would not exist in our lives." The cracked pot finally understood. Its dark shadow of worthlessness completely disappeared. It was replaced by a bright, warm, golden glow of absolute, beautiful self-acceptance. The perfect pot and the cracked pot sat together peacefully. They both realized that perfection is not everything, and that every single pot has a purpose. We all have our own unique flaws and deep cracks. We all have things about ourselves that we desperately wish we could easily change or fix. But it is precisely these very imperfections that make our lives incredibly interesting, deeply meaningful, and uniquely rewarding to the people who truly love us. Your past mistakes, your deep struggles, and your personal flaws do not make you useless. They make you beautifully human. They give you incredible empathy. Just like the Japanese art of kintsugi, where broken pottery is repaired with solid gold, your broken pieces actually make you far more valuable and strong. So the next time you feel like a terrible failure because you are not perfect, please remember the beautiful ancient story of the cracked clay pot. Remember that your supposed weaknesses might actually be exactly what the world desperately needs. You are perfectly imperfect, and that is a truly wonderful thing. Embrace your flaws. Stop comparing yourself to the perfect pots around you. Focus on the beautiful flowers that only you can grow in this vast world. Your unique journey, with all of its deep cracks and unexpected leaks, is creating a beautiful path that someone else might desperately need to see. Practice absolute self-love today. Look in the mirror and completely forgive yourself for not being flawless. You are entirely worthy of love, exactly as you are. Thank you for practicing your English listening skills with inspiring tales today. We truly hope this ancient wisdom brings great peace and joy to your heart. If you loved this deep philosophical story, please leave a comment below. Tell us what hidden strengths you have found in your own personal life journey. Do not forget to like this video and share it with a friend who might be struggling with their own flaws and needs a gentle reminder. Please subscribe to our channel for more beautiful, inspiring stories to help you improve your English and your mindset. Have a wonderful, peaceful, and perfect day.